The best fragrance you've never smelled might already be discontinued. Every fragrance in this week's rotation has one thing in common. You can't just walk into any store and buy them anymore. They never got the love they deserved until they were gone. Let's talk about 7 discontinued fragrances that I still wear that might be worth hunting down before they vanish completely. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are talking about 7 discontinued fragrances. Of course, if you like content like this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share it. It truly helps the channel grow. We are on the road to 25,000 subscribers. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. Amazing. And I will be doing a giveaway soon, but let's jump into it, starting with Sunday. Scent I decided to go with on Sunday is one that just is absolutely stunning in the summer. That scent we're talking about is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Italian Love. And to this day, definitely my favorite light blue flanker, not only flanker, but light blue in general. And I do like the O Intense. I like the original, just those ones don't necessarily work well on my skin. I get a little bit of that rotten egg funk that people talk about. And unfortunately, because those are more salty aquatics and this is a little more citrus heavy, those don't work on me. This one absolutely does. And the day that I wore it, I just did maybe 4 or 5 sprays on my sweatshirt, and it carried throughout the entire day. This is one of the better performing freshies in my collection. Lots of tart grapefruit up top, similar to something like Forever, but this one I like a little bit more. It has more musks, it has a little more depth to it. I just enjoy it more. The bitterness from the grapefruit is a little bit polarizing, but that's what I personally love about this one, is how unique it is. Some people do complain about getting that kind of sweaty gym sock vibe from this. Thankfully, I do not get that. Why they discontinued this, it's kind of the theme with summer flankers from this line, the light blue line. The really only true standbys have been the original and the O Intense, and a couple others that are technically discontinued. They're just much easier to get than this. I'm going to try to link this along with everything else on this list down below, but chances are I'm not going to be successful at doing that because a lot of these are only available on eBay, and I don't really feel comfortable linking you guys to an eBay fragrance that I've never bought from that particular person or I don't personally trust. So overall, one of the best scents I own. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Italian Love. Why they discontinued this next one makes 0 sense to me. That scent we are talking about is L'Homme Ideal Cologne from Guerlain. And here you have, obviously, the citrus up top, so it does feel like a summertime version of the L'Homme Ideal scent DNA because you also have that almond. That's just beautiful. It's smooth, it's creamy, it's smart, put together, has niche level refinement here. This one, I didn't see it personally, but for a while had been available years back at like rack stores. You could find this at a TJ Maxx for 20 bucks, which just blows my mind, especially considering the markup of what you would find these for now on eBay. This is also one of those scents that's super addictive that does live up to that hype for me. I think there's other things that might be similar to this, not necessarily in one-to-one scent profile, but kind of check some of the same boxes and do the same things. So do you need this in your collection? Probably not, but I'm lucky enough to have it, and it smells incredible. And I actually have one of my subscribers to thank for sending this to me, and his name's Danny, and he's amazing and a friend of the channel, and I'm so appreciative of that. So thank you again, Danny. Great scent. I love this one, especially in the summer. L'Homme Ideal Cologne from Guerlain. This next one I reached for a reason, and I'll get into it. The scent we're talking about is John Varvatos Dark Rebel. And if you guys saw my community post this week, you'll understand why this is the one that I ended up grabbing, was because I wanted to kind of find a way to honor the late, great Ozzy Osbourne, who passed away. And I grew up listening to Ozzy's music, whether it was through listening to Black Sabbath or Ozzy's solo stuff with Zakk Wylde and amazing players like Randy Rhoads. Impacted my life at probably the perfect time. I was probably the perfect age to just absorb Ozzy and all of his greatness. And I was upset when I got the news. So I was like, you know what? I want to honor him with a fragrance because I'm a fragrance nerd. So that's how we do it. And I thought of this fragrance. This gives me rock star vibes. Boozy, leather forward, smoky, Kind of like if you walked into a dive bar, that vibe you would get from it. Edgy. Ozzy referred to himself as the Prince of Darkness, or maybe someone labeled him that at some point in his career. And this is a dark fragrance, but in all the best ways possible. It has just the right amount of sweetness to not make this too challenging. I probably didn't wear it on an ideal day. It was a really hot day. But again, I wanted to wear something that I really felt like was honoring Ozzy. And this stuff is amazing. For me, no other John Varvatos really fills this space. I know that there is another leather fragrance. I personally haven't tried that one. And I'm pretty sure it's much easier to get than this. So I can't compare the two, but I do know how I feel about this one. I actually found this for something like $12 a few years back at a Burlington. So if you don't think you can find gems at Burlington, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, you're not doing it right. This thing is amazing. John Varvatos, Dark Rebel. This next one, there's some debate on whether or not you can find something very close to it. Scent we are talking about is JPG's Lamal Airlines. And I talk about this scent quite a bit on the channel because it's so damn good. I absolutely love this fragrance. And yeah, it's just something about it. I think it's the use of cardamom here. It's a really fruity, airy spice. You do get an undertone of the OG Lamal DNA, but it's subtle. And I don't know, it's just something about this one that screams versatility to me, especially in the warmer months. For those that don't know, this was originally released strictly for duty-free shops at airports. Now, Aviator is another fragrance from JPG that some people seem to think is the same, because if you look on the bottom of this bottle, you can kind of see it on the bottom of the bottle. And again, guys, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on camera. I've seen comparison videos. You guys have left comments saying that it is the same, that it's not the same. Comparison videos have said that it is a different fragrance. So I don't know. I haven't tried Aviator, but I know Aviator is much easier to find than this one. But if they're the same, even better. Fresh, airy, spicy, cardamom. I like to describe this one as being the perfect kind of day date type of fragrance because it does have this kind of seductive edge to it while still feeling really fresh and alive. JPG, Lamal Airlines. This next one, wow. My favorite from this line, scent we are talking about, is YSLY Eau Fraiche. I like this more than every single YSLY, hands down. Zesty, bright, biting ginger, refreshing, clean, vibrant, a little effervescent. Just spraying in the air right now. Perfect amount of sweetness, mass appeal. This stuff is stunning. What I really like about this is the dry down. Now, this lasts a long time for a fresh fragrance. It is a little bit generic. In its dry down, you get a little bit more kind of traditional shower jelly, clean vibe, but there's just something about it that works really well. I just really enjoy it. It's not trying too hard. YSL discontinued this way too soon. Not everybody wants the overly sweet, mass appealing freshie. And this took some of the sweetness out, threw in a little bit more ginger, a little bit more edge to a fresh fragrance, and made it super interesting and a really enjoyable wear. YSLY Eau Fraiche. One of my longtime subscribers, Benjamin, absolute legend for sending me this next one. The scent we are talking about is Mugler Amen Ultra Zest. And I have a duo version of this that's really good. It's called Zest. I don't know if they have it in stock. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So I wear that when I want to conserve this one a little bit. This stuff is absolutely amazing. It has this kind of thing going on where, yeah, you immediately think, orange creamsicle, right? And you hear people use that descriptor for this quite a bit. But I think there's way more to it than that. And there is. It has way more depth than just orange zesty creamsicle. It is creamy, yes. It is orange, yes. But it also has that underlying signature Amen DNA, which is really centered around coffee. I do wish the coffee was a little more upfront here because I think that would even be a more interesting balance of notes. But it is there, and it does make this unique. It is different. It adds depth to the scent. There's a little bit of patchouli. So there's other things going on here other than just the bright orange citrus, which is amazing on its own. I mean, you can get deep into the weeds about Mugler fans being really upset when this was no longer available, and I can understand why. It's a very unique fragrance. There's nothing really else like it. One of the more unique summer gems in my collection. Shout out to Benjamin. Thank you. Mugler Ultra Zest. This next one might be the most unknown of all these on today's list. Scent we're talking about is Extraordinary Roccobarocco. And yes, that is the real name. And I found this again at a Burlington for $10, total blind buy, knew nothing about the scent. So glad I ended up grabbing this one. This has a lot of similarities to the original Lamal, but this is way better. It's floral, it's powdery, it has saffron, that kind of minty vanilla undertone, design, old school designer vibe. So without smelling dated, although it does have a little bit of a kind of funk of yesteryear, there's just something about it that smells vintage to me that I really enjoy. It's not going to be for everyone. This is really potent, really powerful and long lasting. It sticks around, it sticks on your clothes, it sticks on your skin. I'm shocked that not a lot more people talk about it, and I found it for $10. I mean, you can't beat it. When you find something that you really love, that smells of high quality, that is discontinued and even hard to find at this point, for $10 at a Burlington, I mean, it's one of the reasons why I love going and doing those videos. Extraordinary Roccobarocco. That's it, guys. All 7 fragrances that I wore every single day last week. Would love to know if you have any discontinued fragrances that are some of your favorites that you still wear, that you're just lucky enough to have in the collection. Drop in the comment section down below, along with your weekly rotation. I always love hearing what you guys are wearing. But if you like content like this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you are updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.